If studying in the US with your tuition and fees paid for, your room and board paid for, books and academic supplies paid for, instructional materials and transportation paid for, and your flight to and from the US paid for is something that you're interested in, keep watching this video because I am going to do a breakdown of a fully funded scholarship to the US, to Stanford University, called the Knight Hennessy Scholars Program. And I'm going to be telling you, what can you do to stand out from the crowd when you apply for this scholarship to make sure that you ace it and you get your studies paid for and you get a fully funded scholarship to the US. So in this video, we are going to look at three different things. The first thing is we are going to look at the official website of the scholarship because that is where you're supposed to be at. That is where you start. The second thing is we are going to look at the CVs of 2 scholars who have gotten this scholarship just to get a sense of what is it about them that made them different and what can we learn from it if we are going to be applying for the scholarship, and how can we arrange our CVs right now to make sure that we can stand out from the crowd, be like these people and ace the scholarship. And in the last part of this video, because this particular scholarship has tons of aces, I went digging. I went through this World Wide Web and I dug for what is it about these aces? How can you write these aces? How can you structure these aces in a way where it's going to capture those that are taking, like choosing people for the scholarship, and how can you ace the scholarship? So make sure you watch this video right through till the end. If you have to pause it at some point to get notes, that is okay. Pause it, take notes, because this is going to be extremely useful. Before we get into it, thank you guys so much for stopping by. My name is Sylvie. In 2014, I got the MEX Japanese Government Scholarship. In 2016, I was a 3rd runner-up for the Mandela Washington Fellowship. In 2018, I received the Yalla Scholarship. And in 2021, I was awarded the Clinton Global Initiative Fellowship. So I've had my way in the world of scholarships, and now I work with students one-on-one to prepare them to apply for fully funded scholarships. Only fully funded scholarships. So if you are thinking about applying for fully funded scholarships, there is going to be a form in the description box. Take it, fill it, send the information to me, and I'm going to get back to you. Okay, so here we are on the website of the Knight Hennessy Scholars Stanford University program. So when we start here, you look at like the website, you just see the first picture that we see here is a very diverse cohort. It's a very you can see people of several skin tones here. All right, let's get ahead. The program overview: the Knight Hennessy Scholars Program aims to develop expertise at Stanford graduate program and build on this domain of expertise through exposure to a wide range of disciplines. Okay, so they talk about the program, they talk about the leadership development that they are trying to build, they talk about their community, how it's important, and then they talk about the funding. This is the part that is interesting to me. So Knight Hennessy scholars receive up to 3 years of funding to pursue their graduate studies at Stanford. This includes JD, MA, MBA, MD, MFA, MS, DMA, and PhD programs, as well as joint and dual programs. So when you come here, this is where you should be at. This is the official website of the scholarship. When you clicked on the funding place, it's going to take you and it's going to now tell you everything that they are providing. The fellowship will be applied directly to cover tuition fees, a stipend for living and academic expenses, a travel stipend intended to cover an economy flight ticket, and then additional fees that they are going to pay for. It is all there. So you want to check it out because this is what is going to tell you exactly where you are, how much you're going to get, and how to go about the application process. All right, so now we are going to move on to looking at who are those that have been granted this scholarship. What is it about them that made them special for them to be given this amazing opportunity? And most importantly, what can we learn from them such that as we prepare ourselves to apply for this scholarship, we can craft our CVs and build it up in a way where we can stand out from the crowd and ace this particular scholarship. So we start with Alan Pineda, the Department of Economics, Stanford University. And let us just look through, let's get like a whole glance at this CV. You have the education, professional experience, awards and fellowships, other activities, language and skills. It's a one-page CV, not a lot here, but you can see that probably very detailed. So now let's look at the education. Stanford University, PhD, and then Instituto Tecnológico Autónomo de Mexico. We shall read Spanish in one way or the other. Anywho, he gets a BA in economics honors. That is the asterisk there, honors. So if you are thinking about going to study at Stanford, are you having honors in your degrees? If you're not going to be taken. And then he had a BA in economics with highest honors in 2017. What does that tell you? If you are thinking about applying for this scholarship, you have to be the best of the best. Your GPA matters. We are going for first class honors. If you're not having a first class honors, you are not going to be getting this. And he also did London School of Economics, where he did like an international political economy summer program. So all of that adds up, but what really matters in this section is his academic distinction. Now let's look at professional experience. He's an economist in the real sector research division, and then that is at Banco de Mexico. I think this is like Bank of Mexico. And then at this Institute of Technology and Autonomy, I think it has something to do with cars. I am not too sure, because autonomo is automation. Cars. Okay, yeah. And he was a teaching assistant here. And then awards and fellowship, he received the Knight Hennessy Scholars Program. Then he received some other scholarships. First place, Premium Citibanamex de Economía. I have no idea what that is. Then he has first place in Premio Exitam. And then he has Beca Valier, which is our all institutes. But what matters here is that you see that he's had a bit of awards. He has had not a lot, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 awards that he's had over his time, and that's an amazing thing. So if you are preparing to apply for this scholarship, apply for other awards because they matter. Other activities, you have, he was a president of the student council, and then he was a director of the public policy contest in 2015 at that school in Mexico. So doing some extracurriculars, they matter. He has just 2, so it's not a lot. So you can see that it's really not a lot here. And then the languages that he speaks: Spanish, English, French, and then he has Stata, MATLAB, R, and eViews. What that tells us, that is all of it. So what that tells you is, what is it about this student that first of all made them stand out? First, in the last part of this video, we are going to talk about the essays. So I think he really did well in writing his essays and communicating his ideas clearly, but also having an honors bachelor's degree and an honors master's degree. I think that helped him a lot stand out of the crowd. So please let us go for the A's and A's. Do well at your bachelor program. Do well at your master's program, because that is going to count. Now let's go to the next person, who is Ryan Schiffer. So when we look through it, you see that, okay, he has the education, publications, professional experience, and then here he has his skills on the corner. Also a one-page CV, not a lot there, but now let's dig deeper. He says Stanford University from 2021 till now, Harvard University, oops, and the University City of London, University California Davis. Wow. So what is this? This is telling us a sense of he's gone to a lot of high-class universities. So Harvard, Stanford, University, UCL, London, these are all really good universities. So if you can do your studies in good universities, that may help you. And also, not just that, he has Master of Science, Computer Science and Engineering, 4.0 GPA. He was a teaching assistant, and then in his master's in research, cognitive neuroscience, 4.0 GPA. So you see, this is definitely a student who is like the best of the best. First, he goes to amazing universities, and secondly, he has distinction in his course. Universities matter, the distinction in your scores matter. And then now we go to the publications. He's done several publications, but when I just glance through, I see 2022, 2022, 2022, and then what are the other years? 2022, and then 2021, 2020, 2021. He received his scholarship, this particular scholarship, in at Stanford 2021, which means that before he got into Stanford, most of these publications he's done it 2022, which is like this year. So he was already at Stanford before doing all of these publications. So before he went into Stanford, the only thing that we could see as a publication is this one here, the one in the middle here, Reverse Engineering Recurrent Neural Network, which was 2020. So this is before he gets his scholarship. So all the publications are later on. So publications matter, but you can see that he had just one publications by the time he went in. And then professional experience, Stanford University research assistant, MIT, oh wow, senior research associate, Google DeepMind, and then Uber as a data scientist. Oh wow, he's not from 2018 till now. He's used a very short time to do a lot of things in very big name organizations and very big name companies, and also very big name universities. So if you can get a chance to work into various things, especially things that their names also like call out, like Uber, Google DeepMind, MIT, all of those are things that when those are buzzwords that when you see a student having those things, selection panels are like, oh, there should be something about the student that we need to pay attention to. And of course we should, because he has 4.0 GPA. I don't know why I keep saying he. Ryan Schiffer may also be a girl. There's a girl can have the name Ryan, right? And then now we go to languages. He has Python, R, Go, MATLAB, C++. Libraries, he has different programs, DB and querying. I have no idea what that is. OS neuroscience, then he has a lot of extracurricular, not extracurricular, but certifications that he has done on the side. So you can get an idea of, first, the universities matter, your GPA matters, big name professional experiences in like big name places, they matter because they already give you those buzzwords. So definitely do well to pay attention to that and put it on a list of things that you should do if you're going to be preparing to apply for this scholarship. Okay, so now we are going to get to the last part of the video where we are going to be looking at the essays. As I told you from the beginning, this scholarship requires that you should write tons of essays. Oh my goodness. So I have my notes here, I have them also here, and I'm going to be telling you what is it that you should say to each of these questions that you are going to be asked. And this is the part where you may have to pause in order to take notes, because writing these essays is going to take a lot out of you. So I probably would share the tips with you. I have some samples here that I was able to dig through and find. So if you want these samples, drop a comment in the comment section and just write there, "Hi Sylvie, I want the samples." Then I'm going to probably send you a link with the samples there. Probably that's how we are going to work it out, because we cannot get through all of this in this short video. So now let's first of all talk about the questions that you are going to be asked. Okay, so you have the first question is, how will your Knight Hennessy Scholars experience prepare you to realize your intentions? The second one, please tell us 8 improbable facts about you, and then they put in bracket things that are unlikely to be true. They are going to tell you that. And then tell us when you or how you made someone particularly proud of you, and then also tell us what was something that you were most challenged by, and something that you did not meet the expectations. And then there's another question that is connect the dots. How have the influences of your life shaped you? You may find it helpful to review the 2005 Stanford commencement address by Steve Jobs. So that is the question they asked. And then the other one is, briefly describe your PhD research interest. This is the one for those that are going to be applying for PhDs. And then has there been a period exceeding 3 months where you were neither working nor in school since you completed high school? Please let us know what you did during that gap period. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you tips on how you're going to be answering those questions. Okay, so the first question is what are your immediate long-term goals, like your intentions after you graduate Stanford? So what you have to do here is they are looking for something that is purpose driven. They want you to state exactly what are you going to focus on when you graduate. Go directly to that thing. Hit on it. I will be doing this, and this is the impact that I hope that these things are going to have. Hit on those points. And then the next one is they're going to ask you about 8 improbable facts about you. I already read the question. Here it's mostly some unique things about you. For example, for me, I almost lost my life when I was probably 6 years old, because my older siblings were playing in the yard and they shot a stone that hit my jaw, and it practically scattered my entire face, and I was in the hospital for like a long period of time. That was in fact, I almost lost my life 3 times. So that is something that is like, oops, oh wow, is this really true? Is this something that is really true? So you can tell that kind of a story, like improbable facts about you. And then the third question is tell us something that that someone is particularly proud of you. And it can really be something about like a leadership role that you took on that was challenging, and how you were able to get through it. You can talk about that. And then also the other one is something that challenged you the most. Maybe here just like something that you did not expect that you could do it. It was beyond your expectations and you even surprised yourself. Talk about it there. And then also something that you did not meet the expectations. You will fail. When you're doing things that are extremely challenging, you will fail. So tell about that one time that you took up something that was enormous and you failed. That is okay too. And also the other question is connect the dots about how have the things in your life influenced you, where they say you should watch that Steve Jobs commencement speech. So here it is really you talking about your journey towards becoming an independent thinker, or a dissenter, or an ambitious person, or something that you're tenacious about it. What is it about you that made you, that really build up your character to becoming this particular person that you are today? Or maybe some person that you hope to be in the future. Do well to state that. What are the events that had happened? So connect those dots. This happened, then this happened, then this happened, and all of this led me to being this kind of a person. For example, for me, I discovered that I had a hole in my heart when I was like a teenager, and all of that has really shaped all of the things that I've done in my life. I've taken lots of risks I've always had this sense of I could die anytime. So what is there to lose? I've always tried to try as many things as possible, because who goes around with a hole in their heart, right? And that is something about you that is like maybe different, that you can talk about it, and how did that shape you, so you can use that and talk about it. And then also describe 3 different things in your career or life. How did you prepare for them, and what you would need to learn as a Knight Hennessy scholar? Here you really just need to talk about what industries excite you. What are some things that you're excited about, you're looking forward to diving deep into? Just talk about that as much as possible. And then the last thing, you will have to do a video essay, you guys. It's going to be like 2 minutes. You have to record it. You can pre-record it, that is okay. But in this video essay, what you should pay attention to, talk about who you are. What are you passionate about? Are you a humble person? Talk about it. And maybe some self-awareness things, or some things that have made you or shaped you into this person that you are today. Talk about it. That is what they are hoping to hear from you. So let me know, do you want the samples? Put a comment in the comment section, and I'm going to send you all the link of the samples in the comment section. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful. If you've not subscribed, please do want to consider subscribing to this channel. I'm going to see you all in the next one. Cheers.